चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखावितं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णदेवपदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरी कृष्ण हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपति गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कांत नमस्ते गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासुरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण. So we have some of the devotees sitting in front of us also. It's like good old days when you have live audience. Otherwise, everything is going on, Zoom. So today we have Zoom and room both. We have people on the Zoom and people in the room. So both are there. So this is a 4 lecture series which we are doing, and today's topic is 2 secret ingredients of success. We will be speaking about Damodar Leela, one of the most relished pastimes of Krishna. When we talk about Bala Leela, childhood pastime, the first image or the name comes is Krishna. You haven't heard Ram's Bala Leela. There is nothing. There is no description in Valmiki Ramayana about Lord Ram's Bala Leela. Bala Leela means Krishna. And amongst all the Leelas, all the pastimes of Krishna, Bala Leela is very famous. And there is Damodar Leela. Dam Udar. Udar means belly and Dam means rope. So when Mother Yashoda tied the rope around the belly of the Supreme Lord, who is controller and creator of everything that exists, entire creation, he is being tied by his mother. That pastimes, and we learn something from that. So that pastimes goes for hours. If we start discussing, it may be midnight because so much in detail. Maybe later our Acharya Shiva Prabhu can share the link of Damodar Leela, but that might be in Hindi. It's okay. All of you understand it can be shared. It goes very sweet pastimes of very, very sweet. As I said, one of the most relished pastime of Lord Krishna is Damodar Leela. So I'm confused now because once you start this, go in the nitty gritties, then time will go away. Time will not stop. It will like go away, tick, 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 and keep going. So let us see what we can, in short span of time, we can understand. So Krishna started ग्वाल बाल चौर ग्वाल बाल चौर means chori प्रशिक्षण केंद्र. He started. So he thought to first go and steal butter, makhan chor. So he wanted to steal butter, so he stole. And then some incidents here and there. But what was happening? Some of the boys were not trained and there was no harmony. So because of lack of training and lack of harmony, they used to get caught. Trouble. So then Krishna called all the cowherd boys and he had a meeting. He said, my proposal on the, what do you call, on the board, on the table. My proposal on the table is, let us form a training committee which will train all of us, in how to successfully steal the butter without getting caught. That is success. Success in robbery or stealing is when you're not caught. It's called success. So Krishna says, okay, so we need to form the organization. So the name was given. Now, if name is given, then who will be the chairman? We have to have a chairman, we have to have a secretary, we have to have a treasurer. So then one friend said that Krishna, you have only given the idea, so you become the chairman. Krishna says, okay, I accept the responsibility. So Krishna becomes the chairman. And then some roles are divided. So now let us start. And no theoretical training, Krishna says. Krishna says no theoretical training. All the training will be on field, on the job training. So let us go and steal butter today itself. Where will we go? So one boy, he raised his hand. Let us go to my house. See, all the boys are sitting in their house only. Krishna will go and steal the butter. Let us go to my house. My mother has churned fresh butter and very tasty, very fragrant. Let us go and steal it. Okay, Krishna says, let us start. And they plan. And so now this committee, after this committee, nowadays we talk about organizations and training. So they became more effective and more complaints are coming. So many complaints started coming, and every time Krishna got saved. Once what happened, Yashoda Mata, she thought, because she's a queen and she's an elderly lady. See, Krishna was born when she was already middle aged. So Krishna was born late. So she was an elderly lady and queen. So all the household work was done by the servants, even the cooking. So then Yashoda once thought it was the day of Diwali. This incident happened on the day of Diwali. So Yashoda thought that maybe what is happening is these maids, they're not putting their heart in cooking, in churning curd, in making butter. They're not putting their heart. If they're not putting their heart, the taste is not. And that is why Krishna has to go. Otherwise, we have 900,000 cows. We have 900,000 cows, so much milk, so much butter. Why Krishna has to go and steal? Maybe it's not having that taste. So it was a Diwali, and all the maids were engaged. Most of the maids were given chutti. Jao, Diwali ka din hai. Go and be with your family. And some were engaged outside, in doing other shows. Mother Yashoda was alone in the house. She woke up early. Generally, Krishna wakes up at 7 o'clock. Kids, they wake up till the time generally. So Mother Yashoda woke up at 5 o'clock, took bath, wore very fresh clothes. It is given in Bhagavatam. Silk. You know, in those time, gopis, they will not wear saris or suits or what to talk about jeans and other. Gopis would wear lehenga and choli and dupatta. That's the traditional dress. So then Sukadev Goswami says that she wore, saffron color silk cloth. Silk is the purest form of cloth. We know that. Ahimsa silk, they say, not the himsa, not in which you kill the cook. So that is, she was wearing and she started churning. When she was churning the butter, the description, now whatever I said in last 5 minutes, it takes 1 hour, but we have to rush. So when she was churning the butter, hands, she's moving like this. So bangles in her hand, they are like making sound, ching, 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 like kartal. So bangles are making sound. Bangles are, making this beautiful sound. And there's a huge pot of curd, and there's a churning rod and the rope. So she's moving the churning rod, and it's semi-liquid. So it's making sound like mridang. So you heard the drum, it's called mridanga. So that sound is coming. So kartal is also there. Mridanga is also there, and Mother Yashoda closed her eyes and she's singing. Uh, what she's singing? The songs. And she does not have to learn the songs. She's composing the songs. About what? About Krishna's Leela, whatever has happened. How Krishna killed Putana, how Putana came, Krishna killed Aghasur, Bakasur, whatever. Aghasur, Bakasur will come later. This Shakadasur, Trinavrata, they all came and they were killed. And she's singing. And other pastimes also she's singing. It is said that a devotee, whenever devotees discuss Krishna Katha or they do Kirtan, then Krishna comes there. Krishna personally comes there. We are not pure enough to see, but he is there. And especially when we are doing his Katha. So then Krishna woke up early. Before 7 o'clock, he woke up. And he was like, half asleep in the morning. Kids are waking up, and he was 3 years, 4 months old. Krishna at that time is 3 years, 4 months. And he's like looking for, where is mother? He couldn't find. He opened his eyes wide. Mother is not there. First time in my life, it has happened that I have to wake up. Otherwise, every time mother will come and very, lovingly, she will embrace. And you know how mothers are, how they wake up the kids. Nowadays, 3 years, kid is already grown up. And how that kid is woken up, all of you know. So I don't have to tell you. You have the experience, how you wake them up. So then Mother Yashoda does everything. This is the first time Krishna. And he's sleeping on the bed. Now he has to come down. So obviously mother has kept some pillows. I saw one video. There's one, I don't know, Chinese or Korean baby. This fellow, huh? This fellow was, made sleep by mother on the bed. And there are pillows on the bed. Now he has to get down. How will he get down? The bed is high. There's height. So he's throwing pillow one by one, and he formed the stair of the pit. Very intelligent. And he then finally came down. So Krishna somehow managed to come down, and he was looking for mother. He couldn't find, but he could hear this kirtan by Yashoda. So he heard this kirtan by Yashoda, and finally he went. And mother is completely absorbed. How devotees are completely absorbed, oblivion to outside, to external environment. Completely oblivion. Now Krishna is thinking what to do. Krishna tried to pull her sari, but she's not bothered. Not bothered, I would not say. She does not even know. So then finally Krishna says this entire structure, mother's churning and this pot and churning rod is the centerpiece. And Krishna holds the churning and stops. He is all powerful, even though he's a 3-year-old baby, but he's all powerful. And 6 days old, when he was only 6 days old, he killed Putana. And Putana's height was 12 miles, which is 19 kilometers. We are hardly at few hundred meters, 19 kilometers. And she was killed by Krishna. Krishna does not have to go to gym or something and eat that, protein ka dabba and to flex his muscles. So then Krishna stopped, and the mother Yashoda immediately got disturbed, and she opened her eyes. So she smiled. Why she smiled? She smiled at how my boy has become intelligent. Immediately he stopped the churning rod, the main thing. And also not only intelligent, but his hands, his arms, now are powerful. He stopped because Yashoda is, churning the butter and the rod is moving. And to stop that, it needs power. So mother was happy. And mother didn't say anything. Krishna just looked at mother, and the mother was sitting like this. And then Krishna somehow managed to climb on the thighs. And babies, obviously 3-year-old nowadays, no more baby. Kids know how to manage. So Krishna immediately went and he started drinking the milk of Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda has no other work in the creation. For eternity, she's just feeding the milk and Krishna is drinking it. This is an exchange of love. We are going to Talasri. Some of you might be coming there. If you see cows, it happens in humans also. If you see cows, why a calf has to be sent to a cow to give milk? Until unless the cow sees the calf, she will not give milk. It's not about artificial, it's about affection. It's about love, it's about care. So mothers, they feel for their kids, whether humans, whether cows, whether goats, whether buffaloes, whatever. They feel for their offsprings, and then this milk comes up. So Krishna is happy. Mother Yashoda, she had how many cows? 900,000 cows, Nandabam. 900,000. And out of which there are 100 very special. And out of 100, there are 8 very, very special. And these 8 cows, they don't eat grass. They don't eat grass. These special 100 cows, they give milk. And these 8 cows, they drink the milk of these 100 cows. That means their milk will become much more tastier and healthier. And these 8 cows, they give milk. And there is one cow, Padmagandha. She drinks milk. Her name is Padmagandha because she gives milk which is fragrant. Nanda Baba had different cows. If you want different flavors in the milk, then you will go and get, Amul Cool, which is not so cool because it's chemicals. Elaichi flavor, chocolate flavor, vanilla flavor, strawberry flavor. But Nanda Baba has cows which give different flavors. May not be chocolate or elaichi or strawberry, but there are flavors. Milk has its own flavor. How many of you have actually, drank the original milk of an original desi cow? Tomorrow, some of you are going to Talasi, you can try that without adding any sugar. Just see the taste of the milk. That's called milk. So then, that milk of Padmagandha cow was getting, boiled. It was kept on the stove. So that once it is ready, then from that I will make butter for Krishna. And then that will be the best butter, and Krishna will not go and steal. That was the mission. Now the milk, kept over the stove is thinking, the fire is thinking, what is the use of my life? Mother Yashoda's milk in her body will never finish, and Krishna will only desire to drink that. I have no life. I will commit suicide. And then this, milk started over to commit suicide. But you know that when milk overflows, there is some sound. And immediately Mother Yashoda kept the child without telling him anything, and she went to protect the milk. By the time she was coming, this milk thought, oh, mistake. Because of my protection, mother has to leave Krishna and come. That's not very good. So he felt a little ashamed of his activity and he went inside. Every Everything in the spiritual world is conscious. Yeah. Like this flower is not conscious whether it exists or not. But in spiritual world, it is conscious. There's a different science altogether. Krishna became very angry. Krishna said that I left everything in the spiritual world, came to become your son, and you just went to save this 5 liters of milk at the cost of my dissatisfaction. Huh? So Krishna is saying, "You to mera ghata ho. I am in loss. I left everything, became your son, and you are just going to save that milk." So Krishna was very angry. When kids are angry, they want to vent it out. So Krishna took one stone, and there was a big pot where the mother Yashoda was churning the curd, almost like 25 liters of curd. And Krishna took the stone and hit the pot, broke it. As soon as the pot broke, because it was semi-liquid, all the curd, spilled over and came all over the floor. When Krishna saw that, all the anger has gone, and now came what? Fear. गड़बड़ हो गुस्से में गड़बड़ कर दिया now हम if I wouldn't have broken I would have got mithai now I will get pitai. So he thought what to do. The first thing a thief does is run away from there. So he just ran away. But how could he run away? Small baby, 3 years old, they're all over his skirt, so he has to go. The chop, 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 he's going over. His same Trivikram, who showed such a form that in 2 footsteps he covered the entire universe, and now he's not able to cross over the cart. So his, this, what do you call the marks, the footprints he has left behind, and that's the biggest mistake a thief can do. And he did it. That's what he did. Mother Yashoda came. First of all, he smiled. She smiled. Why? She said, I went to protect 5 liters of milk and I lost 25 liters of curd. Not only that, this pot was an old pot, which has, because if you take a new pot and you put some curd or ghee or in that, that will soak. So this pot was on old pot and already has, it had drunk a lot of ghee. So that another loss. But she smiled. She was happy. She said, whatever it may be, my boy loves me so much that I went for 1 minute and he became angry. This possessiveness is also a symptom of love. But this possessiveness in material world becomes suffocation. If you are possessive too much about other person, that becomes a suffocating for others. I'll not go into this. Another topic itself, relationship, sometime later. In our series called Bhagavad Gita Applied, we'll have it. So then mother is now Krishna is still angry, huh? So Krishna, he just, started feeding. He started eating the old 2 days old butter and started feeding the monkeys also. I'll just rush. And he saw Mother Yashoda is coming with a stick. Mother thought if I'll not stop him today he's stealing butter. Tomorrow he will kidnap the girls. That's how she's thinking. You have to stop the child. How once Mother Yashoda told Krishna, I'm actually thinking to talk to your Baba. What, Maya? What you want to talk? I'm thinking to talk to your Baba that your Baba should go and talk to Vrishabhanu, father of Radharani. What he has to go and talk? About your marriage. Krishna is so happy. I'll be married to Radharani. Huh? Then why you delaying? Make kam mein deri kyo? No, but tell me, Krishna. Mother is playing the trick. Mothers know all the best tricks in the world. Otherwise, how can you take care of a child without being tricky? So Yashoda is telling Krishna, only one thing I'm thinking. Why would Vrishabhanu Maharaj give her daughter to a thief? Huh? You are a thief. Everyone knows you are a thief. You steal butter. You steal milk and curd. What is this? And Krishna becomes grave. Okay, mother, today onwards, no steal. You go and make the proposal. Okay? After 1 hour again he steals. That's a separate thing. But he says no. So that's why mother. It's a duty of mother to take care of the child, to make sure that the child comes on the right path in terms of value system is intact. So then mother is coming from behind with a stick in the hand. And Krishna is facing opposite side. Mother is coming from behind, Krishna is facing, but monkeys are looking at mother. And when monkeys saw mother is coming, the stick in her hand, they were like, they're not eating butter, they look. And monkeys have round eyes. So Krishna saw in the eyes of monkeys that mother is coming with a stick. He immediately jumped down. He was standing on the upsided, turned mortar. उक्खल बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में. Nowadays you have mixer to to grind the masalas. No, you don't grind the masalas anymore. All ready made. Everything is ready made. So they used to, in villages now also they use that. So it was a grinding mortar. So Krishna jumped. A 3 years old boy, thin, lean, he can run. And Mother Yashoda is already 50 plus. And she is heavy built, heavily built. She cannot run. Hare Krishna is running, 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 running. It started early morning, around 6ish. And running, running for next few hours. It was almost afternoon, 6, 7 hours of running. But today Yashoda says, whatever will happen, I'm not going to leave this. I have to straighten him. And all the gopis in Vrindavan, they are laughing. They are thinking, what has happened to Mother Yashoda? Every time we complain, she said, no, no, my Lala is not like this. My Kanhaiya does not steal. And today she is running behind with a stick. So finally, after few hours of lot of effort, Krishna allows himself to be caught by Mother Yashoda. And she catches. She has a stick, and Krishna's seeing that. Krishna is again and again looking at the stick and is very afraid. So Mother Yashoda thought, maybe my child is too much afraid. Something may happen to his, when you're too afraid, your system, may go off balance. So first she threw the stick. So they said that you should show the stick to the child, not, but never use it, just to show. Children, small, especially small kids, they need that kind of discipline. If the discipline is not given, then that value system will not see much in them. So then Krishna was relaxed and relieved that now at least mother will not beat me. Now Mother Yashoda was thinking, since morning I'm running behind this boy and so much of work is left. So much of work is left. Diwali ka din hai. She has to do so many preparations. No maids, so much work. I have to focus on now work, my household activities. Nand Baba may come anytime. There is no breakfast, no lunch cooked. I have to cook everything. So she is thinking, but I've already chastised. What she tells Krishna, she's telling to Krishna, Are Manthani Vispotak. You broke the pot. You broke the churning pot. So what is the Sanskrit word? She said, Manthani Vispotak. Then she says, Banar Bandhu, the friends of monkeys, and you are also like a monkey only. Every mother tells the child, especially the boy, you're like a monkey only. So this is all coming from Parampara. So then she chastises a lot to Krishna. Now she is thinking what to do. If I leave Krishna like this, he will run up. He may go to forest and then he may be eaten up by wild animals. So he should not go. But I cannot be with him because I have to do so many other things. So she's thinking what to do. She's thinking, then she finally thought, I will tie him for some time. I will cook lunch. I will clean up the place and I will prepare good sweets for Krishna. Then I will come and I will feed him sweets. He'll be happy. I'll be happy and he'll forget. She thought it will be so simple, but it was not so simple. So then she thought, with what object should Krishna be tied? Then she realized the wooden mortar, the mortar on which Krishna stood. Ah, this mortar was a partner of Krishna in the crime. So let me tie both of them. Even the shape of motor is like this. It's like this, and then like this. So now the center part is coming equal to Krishna's waist. So now mother, she has to tie. See, she is punishing Krishna, but with love. You know, mothers are mothers. They will punish Krishna, they will punish their kids with love. Father's punishment is different. It's for discipline. So emotions sometimes are less. That's how men are made. And women are different. So then mother is thinking, I have to tie him, but the rope has to be very delicate. So what she does, she is having a rope in her hair, in her braid, silk rope. It's almost like a meter long. And Krishna is like, you know, hardly maybe 10, 11 inches of the waist. And wooden motor also same. So she pulls out the rope, the silk rope from her hair. She ties with the wooden motor. And then she again circles around and tries to tie with the wooden motor with Krishna. But as soon as she wants to tie, she saw there are two fingers too short. The rope was two fingers too short, this much. And she thought maybe she didn't she was amused that how come? I thought this much rope should be sufficient, but okay, no problem. She took another rope, tied to the first rope, and now if only it's two fingers too short, and if you tie another rope, it should be more than sufficient. But when she tied another rope and again trying to tie Krishna, again the rope is two fingers too short. Strange. Okay, third rope, fourth rope, fifth rope, sixth rope. All the ropes in the house are finished. Krishna's waist is not increasing. The wooden mortar is not increasing. Where are the ropes going? The mother is bewildered. See, when you're doing some work, you're physically tired. If you're doing some physically tiring work. But if a mental, tiredness also, if something happens and you are like frustrated, that adds to that fatigue. In full lockdown, especially in the first lockdown, most of you have had no maids in house and you have to work, hmm, jhadu pocha karna. Then you have to mop, and that's why jokes were going around. Now I realize how big is my house when I started mopping the house. People were making jokes. Okay? So if you want to know, see if you see, oh no, like wife will tell husband, let us take a bigger house. Our husband will, propose to wife, let us take a bigger house. But then you mop one day and you clean one day without maid, you understand the house is more big. It's much bigger than what you actually need. The maintenance is a tough job. Suppose you're mopping this hall, you know, Mataji is mopping this. And she's almost done. The best mopping is twice. One you do with the wet cloth and then wipe it with the dry cloth. Now you have done with the wet cloth. You're almost about to finish uh, the dry cloth also. Fans are on so that it will dry. So it will not leave any mark. That time someone enters. Husband enters, son enters, daughter enters. As a rainy season, they go directly to the bedroom. And what you see behind is all the marks from the muddy shoes. All the marks. What will happen? The person who has gone, what will happen to that person? I'm just thinking about that. They say that women has multifaceted personality. So you want to see the extreme opposite, then have just try for that. If you see the other extreme personality, and that person has to come and clean it. But that was not the case. Imagine if you have to clean, and once again you are done, and another third person, second person. Same situation. Again you clean. Third person. Again you clean. Fourth person comes. So that will not only add to the physical fatigue, but also mental fatigue. So Yashoda is trying all the ropes. Nothing is working. And all the gopis have come. And they're just laughing, laughing, and laughing. I think, what? And Yashoda also is not able to understand what is happening. So then one of the gopis said, Maya, leave him. Your son is not destined to be leave him. She's queen. Na? She was frustrated. She said, you do your work. Don't try to teach me. Go to your home and bring all the ropes. All of you go to your homes and bring the ropes. Now Krishna, Nanda Baba has 9 lakh cows. So every cow has like a 2 meter, 3 meter rope. All the ropes came. 9 lakh ropes. And all the houses of Braj, all the ropes came. And she's tying, but same. 2 fingers too short, 2 fingers too short. Krishna's energies are not allowing Krishna to be tied. What to do? But mother is determined. So the first secret of success is constant, determined effort. Constant and determined effort. People in Kali Yuga, there is no consistency. They start off with a lot of enthusiasm, but after some time, that enthusiasm fizzles out. You see, like the cold drinks. Yeah? If you open the cold drink bottle, then it just bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. If you little bit shake it, all fizzles out. So that's how enthusiasm in this country. There is no consistency. There is no determination. The first secret of success is consistent effort, consistent and determined. Obviously, the direction should be right, but this is the first secret of success. You have to be consistent. In the villages, they have this well, and well has this uh, boundary of stone. They put a stone boundary, and sometimes there's a this pulley, and they pull it out the water, but sometimes it's not there. So you pull it out directly. The rope is directly having a friction with the stone. But if you keep doing every day, you see after months and years that the rope, which is nothing but threads, has actually, because the same rope or different rope, but is having, being used as the same stone, actually breaks the stone. There's a power. If I press this finger and increase the pressure, what will happen? It will pain. And gradually the pain will be. If I press this finger little bit, then this little bit, then this little bit, then this little bit, then this little, it will not. Take an example. It's a glass of water, not very heavy, like maybe 150 ml water. Anyone can hold it. But if I tell you to hold it for half an hour, after that there will be stiffness in the elbow, in the shoulder. If you hold it for 1 hour, you hold it for 5 hours, you hold it for 10 hours. Maybe after 10 hours, if you leave like this, and someone comes and tries to shake hand with you, and you're like, it becomes completely stiff. Why? Because it's consistent effort. So you have to put consistent efforts and determined. We should be determined. Now, Mother Yashoda was completely determined today that I have to tie myself, whatever may happen. I will not leave. And Krishna saw that. Krishna saw that determination and fatigueness on the face of Yashoda. sweating everywhere. All hairs are like, opened up, cloth, cloth is loosened, and everything is like, she's tired, completely tired. So when Krishna saw Mother Yashoda in that situation, Krishna became very compassionate. So when Krishna became compassionate, Krishna decided that I will allow myself to be tied by Mother Yashoda. Even though I'm Supreme God, I'm the, but still I want to be voluntarily tied by Mother Yashoda. And then when he decided that yes, I will allow, then Mother Yashoda could tie Krishna. So in all our efforts, if you only have consistent effort and determined effort, but no mercy of God, no mercy of Krishna, no success. And what if you say, Prabhuji, if what is the situation, if there is only mercy but no effort, mercy will not come without effort. So two fingers too short. One finger is hard work, consistent hard work, and second is mercy of God, mercy of Krishna. So when these both combine, then only you get success. So whoever is getting the gold in Olympics is because their practice, but not only their practice. Even if the best batsman in the world, who is in the best form, he hits one six, another six, third, fourth, fifth, six sixes in an over, but he cannot guarantee that he will hit 7-6 on the seventh ball. He cannot guarantee. If it is not sanctioned by higher authorities, your effort will not give you the desired result. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said there are 5 factors of action, 5 factors which give result. One is the soul, one is the place, body, one is the action, one is the uh, senses. These 4, and the 5th is Lord, Supreme Lord. Now, you all understand this symbol? If I say someone like this, what does it mean? Success, best of luck, success, good work, good job. And if I do like this, failure, bad job. So these 4 factors are there. But Krishna, if with you, then you got success. If Krishna not with you, then you lost it. It's not that the other Olympic participants have anything less in them. It's just Krishna didn't favor them. And why? Because karma didn't allow them. It's very simple. All the students are working hard, they're studying hard, but not everyone gets same percentage. And this philosophy we have forgotten. So what is happening? We are pushing everyone else and ourselves to just work hard. The neighbors have dog, puppy, small puppy. It's a big dog. Now you give that dog, it's very trained. The dogs are trained. He's trained. He knows who is supposed to enter the house, who's not supposed to enter the house. He knows, where are the things. He knows where is bathroom. He knows where is bedroom. He knows where is kitchen. He's not supposed to, put his mouth on the frying pan. So everything he's trained. You give him a laptop and tell him to write a letter to his mother. Will he be able to do? Just by hard work, things will not work. Okay, you tell that dog. Tell your neighbor to teach the dog to say Hare Krishna. Just 2 words, Hare Krishna. Let me hear them. I will bear all the training expenditure. if the dog will say Hare Krishna. Why? He's not given that power. He will say Hare Krishna. If you see Kirtan, he will start barking. So that is his way of doing Kirtan. That is what he has been given. Just by hard work, I cannot achieve the desired result until unless it is sanctioned by the Supreme Lord. Krishna says, who is he? In Bhagavad Gita is mentioned, Upadrishtanumantacha. Krishna is the seer. He's seeing everything from the top. And he sanctions. Until unless Krishna sanctions, your hard work will not pay. And this is a mistake. Because of lack of this knowledge, people are suffering. I'll tell you how. Today's, you know, kids, teenagers, they are not being taught by the parents or teachers or society how to face failures. We do not teach them how to face failure, but failures will come. Nobody in this world can be all successful. Everyone has to see ups and downs in his life. Everyone. So we should also train. See, we don't have to train how to be happy in success, but we must train how to deal when you didn't get success. And all of you have got training from your parents because that time was different. Your parents trained you. If you didn't come rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, or rank 10 also, then your parents will teach you laws of karma. Yes? Hmm? They'll tell you, you had put your best effort. That's sufficient because result is not in your. So without understanding this, what we are doing, we are pushing ourselves, we are pushing others, be it a job, business, education of the kids, but we are pushing everyone. And what we are attaining, what we are attaining, you will be so much frustrated. There is so much agitation in the mind, a lot of negativity in your mind. Because you're trying to achieve against the will of Krishna. See, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter, Dukkhalayam Shashvatam, how this world is place of misery. It's Dukkhalaya. Like there is Vidyalaya, college means Vidyalaya, library means Pustakalaya or Granthalaya. But this world is Dukkhalaya, this world is house of miseries, pain. People are trying to convert that Dukkhalaya into Sukhalaya and see what is happening. And with Corona outcome. That's what we are talking sometime back. We are trying to play with the nature, and now nature is playing with us. Who's powerful? We are nature. If you see the entire area of Bombay, forget about the entire area of Bombay. Whenever I pass through this Bombay Worli ceiling, Bandra Worli ceiling, you see this lower parade. There are tall towers coming up. Many are already there, many are under construction. And there's such a small piece of land. Little bit of only little bit of shake happens, earthquake. One tower will fall down on other side, and then it will just continue. That's Bombay. 100 years back, there were no major accidents. 500 years back, there were hardly accidents because of bullock carts or horse carts. When a horse will see another horse cart is coming, he will stop. Even if sometimes the driver sleeps. And now you see look at the amount of accidents. We need technology, but not at the cost of our life, not at the cost of mental fear. We are so fearful in our lives. So then we have to understand that we should put our effort. It is said, no, man, well, practice makes the man perfect. Practice makes the man perfect. The women should not ask, why not woman? Man means woman also. That time that the term was formed, it's not that women will not. So practice makes man perfect. But that is not truth. That is not truth. If I tell Ritesh Prabhu, you know, do you know Chinese? Do you speak Chinese? No. So can you just practice Chinese and learn and become perfect? Yes, but then you need a teacher. Can you practice Chinese without any teacher, without any reference, without any book? Arey, Prabhuji, what are you talking? Are you crazy or what? So without guide, without guidance, without the direction from the proper authority, whatever you practice, what's the use of it? There's no use. So we need guide, we need proper authority. Authority means who can guide us perfect in the science of life. That's called life science. And once that is done, then you practice. Then you are in a proper direction. Then you get success. Not immediately. Then you put efforts, and Krishna will sanction. Because you are under proper direction, spiritual guide, Krishna will sanction. Actually, things are already sanctioned. It's like you want a driving license. You want to apply for a driving license. If you go through a proper channel, the government will give you license. Government is sitting there, RTO is sitting there to give you license. So they will give you. But when you go from with a proper channel, if you take shortcuts, if you go to RTO office and say that I need a driving license, they'll say, okay, fill the form, pay the fees. Huh? If you know some driving, then show it. The test drive. Then only we'll give you license. You'll get learning, and then after few months, confirm life, permanent life. It's a protocol which has to be followed. So similarly, to get success in life, we need to follow protocol. So first of all, you have to go to the authority, the government, the universal government, and the supreme king is Krishna himself, and he is telling about how to run the show in this world, how to live your life in Bhagavad Gita. And once you start living Bhagavad Gita in your life, as Krishna is telling you already got Krishna sanction. You don't need extra approval or extra sanction. It's already there. If government is telling you have to travel from Bombay to Delhi through a flight, why you take a flight? How can you sit inside a flight? There's so many. You have to go and at security. You have to show the ticket. You have to show your RT-PCR test, or what do you call this, vaccine certificate. So security has already checked. Then you go to the boarding counter, not the boarding counter, the where you get the boarding pass. There you go. There again they see your ID card. Then you go to the boarding counter. Before that, security will thoroughly check you. And finally, also again you have to show. And then you go towards the flight, aircraft. And before aircraft, you enter before you enter the aircraft, again they will see the ticket. 5 times they have seen the ticket. Now, do you think the pilot will come and again see the ticket, or the air hostess will see the ticket? Is it required? No, they will take you because you have already followed the protocol. So, if you live your life as per Bhagavad Gita, as per Krishna, then Krishna's sanction is already there. It's inbuilt. You don't have to separately worry about it. So, the crux of this talk is, if you just do hard work based on your own whims and fancies, based on your own independent mind. You are not destined for success. Sometime it may come, sometime it may not. Tukka lagan. If a student has gone for an IIT entrance exam and not studied at all, what he will do? Akadam bakadam bambebo, 80, 90 pure 100. Chalo, next question. He will get some correct answers, na? He will not get zero. He will get negative because there is negative marking. But he will get some correct answers. Just if you just start, just selecting the multiple choices, or you have to fill the OMR sheet, you will get. But that's not the way to live. That's not how you will teach your students. They have to study. Study means study under the guidance of teacher. That's the protocol. And study what is being told. It's not that tomorrow you have IIT exam and you are studying about uh, you know biology, which has nothing to do with IIT. Or you are preparing for IAS exam. So you will study what are the subjects. So in this life, everything we are doing as per the guide from the authority. Who will decide lockdown? Not the not the people. I will not decide that tomorrow temples will open. I will open the temple gates. No, it's the government who has to decide. He is the authority. The chief minister is the authority. The prime minister is the authority. Similarly, Krishna is the authority. So Krishna has given this body, Krishna has given this world, and let Krishna decide how we should utilize this body and to live in this world. Then we will become happy. Yes. So on our own, we cannot do anything without support and guidance from Krishna. So when we take support and guidance from Krishna based on Bhagavad Gita, we are destined for 100% sure shot success. So application of Bhagavad Gita in our life will give you a guarantee that you will get success. So first is you take guidance and put effort based on the guidance. And second is mercy of Krishna. So these two will come and you will get success. Nobody can stop you from achieving success. Nobody. Otherwise, we keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing. Then what do you call? Try or luck. Lag gaya to lag gaya. It's like a gambling. No. Some people say, "Oh, life is a gambling." No, don't play with your life, please. It's not gambling. If I will put my, if I put my hand in the water and then I will put my hand in the socket, let me gamble. It's foolish. If I jump from 13th floor, let me gamble if I die or not. That's not fearlessness. That's foolishness. Yesterday, only one interview I gave on the podcast on radio, television. What is different between fearlessness and foolishness? I says fearlessness is based when your life is based on Bhagavad Gita. That is when you will become fearless. Otherwise, you see these youngsters, on their bikes. It's foolishness. That adventure is foolish, killing so many people. I was surprised in the first initial lockdown, 21 days. After that, again, I think it was 14 days. And then some vehicle for emergency uses were, you know, allowed to go on the road, Marine Drive. Two boys took the car of their father because road is empty. So they accelerated the car on such a speed. And all the buses, best buses, they're not moving. So they are just standing in the queue on the side of the road. They went and, hit their cars. Hit their cars so, smashed completely. Their car got smashed completely and both of them died. I think one died immediately and one survived and died. How come it's empty road? How can you have accidents? In Odisha, someone is going for marriage. Nobody on the road. No traffic. Complete lockdown. He was going. And he hit the tree. And he died. So that's not fearlessness. That's foolishness. And taking precautions and being cautious. Yeah. All these masks are caution. That's not foolishness. Or that's not, we don't have to be extraordinary adventurous. And you don't go to an area where there is already so many COVID patients and you go without mask. So this entire material world is having this pandemic, the disease of material existence, the disease of not following Krishna's system. So then we need to vaccinate ourselves. And that vaccination means chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is one vaccine. Another vaccine is reading Bhagavad Gita. If you have these two vaccines, then you can travel. Pandemic of this material world will not affect you. Otherwise, we are surely going to be affected. So these two secrets for success. One is you put consistent, determined effort based on Krishna's guidance or Krishna's devotees' guidance. Same. And next, seeing that Krishna will give his mercy, and these two factors will combine together, the magic will happen. 100%. 100% success rate. Look what happened to Mahabharata war. Arjuna was successful. All Pandavas came out victorious. Why? Because Krishna was there. Jai tu Pandu Putranam, Jai Jana, Jai Pakshe, Janardana. All victories to the sons of Pandu Maharaj. On whose side? Janardana. Lord Krishna is there. If Lord Krishna is with us, Supreme Lord is with us. If we follow, we are not. If now suddenly police comes, and if you have not done anything wrong, why should you be fearful? The police department, who becomes fearful of police? Those who have done something wrong. If you have not done wrong, why should you fear? So let us follow this. Read Bhagavad Gita, chant Hare Krishna, attend these classes. You learn more, apply, and then ultimately attain the success. And what is the success? Unlimited, eternal happiness. That is success. Unlimited, eternal happiness. No more corona, no more school education, no more, making the dough in the home. Obviously, that you will make. Now we are doing what we do not like. Eternal, unlimited happiness means whatever you will do, you will love it. That's what is success. That's where we have. Hare Krishna. Acharya Sabru, is there any question? I think time is up. We can stop here.
Till now, Prabhuji, nobody has raised. If in case any Hare Krishna, anyone has participated any question, they can raise their hand.